I'm one of these guys that truly believes if you do not learn from history, you are doomed to repeat history. All right, I'm almost gonna fall over here for a second. I'm gonna get a drink at Italian Village Pizza. Wait a minute, I forgot to mention our parking chair vodka. The Stil'rs are gonna cause me to drink, Mike. That's how bad it's getting. I'm drinking the parking chair vodka from Lawrenceville Distilling. When we come back, I'm going to try to look on the bright side of the Stil'rs. Boswell's having a great season. Wait here. TV history.
Lawrenceville Distilling, proud sponsor of Let's Talk Stil'rs.
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Stil'rs from the Italian Village Trattoria here on Route 28. Again, come for some homemade food. Frank, the owner, goes over to Italy a couple times a year. He gets recipes, old school Italian cooking the way it was meant to be. If you want to, you know, you can taste all that stuff out of a can from someplace else. If you want homemade, beautiful food, beautifully crafted, come to Italian Village Trattoria. All right, we got to thank Red Fox Winery. They've been great to us all year long as a sponsor as we wind this thing up before, well, the playoffs begin. And really, I know it's, you know, people say it all the time, the old Jim Mora thing, but really, playoffs. I don't feel this team's ready for the playoffs, but they're gonna limp into the playoffs. I don't care if they beat the Bengals. Again, we record on Monday. We got no idea what happened last night. I'm probably in a jail cell down in the South Side right now. Got in a fight with a Bengals lady. You ever see her? Pittsburgh dad messes with her? The Bengals lady? She cries every time they lose. Anyway, can I tell you my dream scenario?
If I'm the Pittsburgh Stil'rs, I'm going to win against Cincinnati. I'm going to go to Houston, and I'm going to let the Harbaugh brothers take it out on each other.
Yeah, the butterflies with gold, I'd catch them. All right, look, I want to harken on something.
I think that's the probability here.
Yeah, if the world was perfect and your Stil'rs defense was playing perfectly, well, harkening back to a thing called BLITZBURG in the 90s, you know, the Stil'rs have a documentary out right now, Mike, about BLITZBURG. And man, I was at that Super Bowl in Phoenix. It was beautiful until I won't mention his name through those two interceptions. I was there through those playoff games, and it was a thing of beauty to see the zone blitz work from Dick LeBeau's creative mind. Kevin Green, all respect for him, Airborne Ranger, captain. A lot of people didn't know that in the reserves. Greg Lloyd coming off that other side. Rod Woodson back there, Carnell Lake. They played in unison. They played in unison. They all knew where each piece was. We've talked about this before. Bill Cowher required his defensive players to know where the other defensive players were on each scheme. These Stil'rs don't have that, but that's how you could beat Lamar if they were in sync. And again, I'm beating up the secondary right now. It was a beautiful thing, the zone blitz, because boom, they were on the quarterback. And really, to me, that's the only way you can beat Lamar. You gotta be on him like a mountain lion on a little baby lamb.
Doing the
like
zone blitzes often as much this year, and they're more.
No, they're about the middle of the league in blitzes.
But they rely on that pass rush, and it's going to come down to the pass rush. Whether they play Lamar or C.J. Stroud, you know, C.J. Stroud to me can deliver the ball a little bit better from the pocket than Lamar can. But you want to keep Lamar stuck in there and make him feel uncomfortable. Try to get him outside and try to make throws. If he gets outside and starts running, that's where he's most dangerous. And the Stil'rs have done a pretty good job, except for that last time. But I think it's all going to come down to how the pass rush does and how they are able to stop the run. Because back when you go to the playoffs, all bets are off. All this offensive football you see, every year it happens. All these great offensive teams go to the playoffs. But it's the teams that are physical on defense. The refs let the playing go a little bit more, the illegal contact. So let me tell you something. Good news for Joey Porter. Because they're going to let him get away with a couple of those holds, those grabs, those PIs, because that's what happens in the playoffs. They let the play go a little longer, and it's typically the defense that is most physical and steps up, and the team that can run the ball is the one that's going to come out and win.
Mike alluded to the old saying, defense wins championships. If that's the case, this $110 million defense is falling apart like that Ford Fairlane. All right, my brother, we will huddle up again. after either the Houston game or the Ravens game, and we'll see what is going to happen.
We might have to do the Zoom call. You'll be from the cell, right?
Yeah. All right. Until then, we'll see you guys later.
We're from the town with that great football team. We cheer them